I don't think I've ever spit food out while traveling. That is, until Iceland. But here's a crazy part. The very next day, we had one of the best things we've ever eaten. So today we're taking you through everything we ate in Iceland, from famous hot dogs and pastries to seafood, desserts, and coffee, and exactly what each meal costs. Our first stop after arriving in Reykjavik was Byron's Pilser, the famous Icelandic hot dog you've probably seen all over social media. As you can see, there's quite a line, but I will say that the line moves really fast. The hot dog prices were fairly reasonable at $7 and $4 for a Coke. I will say that it comes with onions, fried and regular, remoulade, and some mustard, and you can choose your toppings, so feel free to edit how you see fit. In Vik, we stopped at Smidgen Brughouse, where we had wonderful food as well. We had onion ring burger, classic burger, and jalapeno cheese balls. Right behind the restaurant is a place for kids to play, so if you have kids with you, I would recommend taking a journey behind the restaurant by the ocean to see the playground there. Back in Reykjavik, we stopped at Postus Foods Hall and Bar. Inside here, there are many restaurants that you can choose from. We decided to grab a pizza from Pizza Papalor. We had the Ninja Pizza, which was a tad bit spicy, so be aware. After our pizza, we stopped for gelato. I would highly recommend stopping at this place. The flavors were amazing. No stop would be complete in Reykjavik without stopping at Brodco. Here there's a plethora of pastries you can choose from, but they're primarily known for their cinnamon roll and their wedding cake. One spot that is super easy to miss is Baka Baka. You won't want to skip this. Our son loved the klina, and also the cookies were amazing too. There's a place to sit down inside if you would like to eat at the cafe or the restaurant, but otherwise it's easy to just grab something and go. I would highly recommend stopping. Our absolute favorite restaurant is Icelandic Baron. This was a place that we thought about skipping, but I definitely would not. It was a favorite restaurant of our entire trip. I highly recommend the Icelandic lobster dog and the onion rings and cheese sauce. Best meal, hands down. Our son also had the Icelandic pancakes, which he absolutely loved as well. You don't want to miss this place. If you're taking a trip to the Golden Circle, there's a few places to eat. One is Geyser Cafe. Here we had the famous lamb soup, the chicken burger, and the pepperoni pizza, and of course, some dessert for the kids. Back in Reykjavik, we had a quick stop at Valdi's for some ice cream. Later in our trip, we ordered something we'd heard mixed reviews about, and let's just say it did not go well. We went to Cafe Loki, and we absolutely loved a few things and did not like some others. However, the view from this restaurant was amazing. You get great views of the church, so I recommend sitting on the second floor to get the best view. At Cafe Loki, we ordered the Icelandic plate. This came with rye bread with smoked trout, dried fish, and fermented shark, rye bread with mashed fish, and flatbread with smoked lamb. Our favorite was a rye bread with mashed fish. What surprised us the most about the rye bread with mashed fish was that the fish was warm. We were thinking it would be cold. We also did enjoy the smoked trout and the lamb. The dried fish was a little hard to eat, so we weren't quite sure how to do that, so we'd try that again next time. However, the fermented shark, well, why don't you just wait and see how it went? Obviously, you can tell that the fermented shark didn't go well. For me, it was really more about the texture than the taste, but I do think everybody should give it a try to say they've done it at least once. But the topping on the cake for that restaurant was the rye bread ice cream. I highly recommend. That was probably one of our favorite desserts of the entire trip. So if anything, I would get the Icelandic plate to try everything you can, and the rye bread ice cream. Plus, it's just a great spot for the views. For our week-long trip in Iceland, we spent around $940 for a family of 4 at restaurants. On top of that, we had groceries that were about $275. We typically ate breakfast at home and dinners at home, and then ate out and about when we were at lunch during the day. Thank you so much for watching our channel. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and follow us along for more adventures.